Tous les samedis soirs, 8h sur Télé Anacarona, Roger Chita, Bovine Gadet, Roupi Culturel TV Show. Une émission capotée interview avec attention, rencontre avec des promoteurs, flash d'informations sur le coronavirus en Haïti et en diaspora, des moments spirituels pour nos capis bien vivre et tout ce qu'on connaît sur la culture haïtienne. Chaque samedi, 8h du soir sur Télé Anacarona, Roupi Culturel TV Show, côté information et promotion.
Amis téléspectateurs, nous saluons, nous souhaitons la bienvenue à cette nouvelle édition de Roupi Culturel TV Show, le magazine de l'actualité culturelle présenté toutes les fins de semaine sur Télé Anacarona. Nous là le samedi soir à 8h, nous là le dimanche soir à 8h, nous portons pour vous l'actualité culturelle. Pour aujourd'hui, nous avons une émission différente des émissions précédentes puisque nous avons une interview avec un invité que en pile nous capable connaître bien dans la communauté, c'est Alain Pierre. Qu'en pile nous connaît qui chante musique sucre sous bonbon. Eh bien, Anna Pierre, il n'est pas venu chanter dans l'émission Journée aujourd'hui, il peut parler parce qu'il y a un livre qui sorti, qui porte le nom de Scammer. Il peut prendre le temps pour capable expliquer nous tout ça que connaît concernant ce livre qui déjà apparaît sur le marché. On propose, on tourne.
Sunrise School of Nursing, c'est une école de formation pour des professionnels de la santé qui offre Associate of Science in Nursing on campus ou bien online, Practical Nursing Programme en 12 mois on campus, Nursing Assistant Programme en 10 semaines on campus. Des points intéressés, relais 954 765 69 19 ou bien visitez Sunrise School of Nursing qui est dans 4600 Northwest 9th Court, suite numéro 2, Plantation, Florida. Online, c'est sunrisenursingfl.com. Avantage pour vous, c'est que classe offre le matin, le soir, en fin de semaine ou bien online. Et même si vous habitez en dehors de la Floride ou qu'après classe, relais pour plus d'informations dans 954 765 69 19. Classe dispensée par des professeurs qualifiés et expérimentés qui maîtrisent dans le domaine de la santé. Sunrise School of Nursing, fondé et dirigé par professeur Lynn Chancy, nurse practitioner qui maîtrise et puis toutes de longues années d'expérience et de bonne réputation dans préparer élèves pour passer examen l'État et offrir assistance travail. Sunrise School of Nursing, licencié et approuvé par l'État de la Floride avec Florida Board of Nursing. Adresse 4600 Northwest 9th Court, suite numéro 2, Plantation, Florida. Téléphone 954 765 69 19. Online, sunrisenursingfl.com. Tout élève qui graduait dans Sunrise School of Nursing sont des leaders dans le domaine de la santé, quel que soit côté au travail. Pierre Tax Group, Tarmé faut connaître que c'est dans 15 800 Pines Boulevard, dans suite 304 Pengu Pines, Florida, dans Hampton Business Center, que la file taxe pour nous toutes qui dans 50 États aux États-Unis. Relais 954 362 51 99 pour file taxe comme ça doit. Pierre Philanthrope, il a plus passé 25 années d'expérience dans file taxe personnel co business et il a un master degree en loi of taxation aux États-Unis de l'University of Florida, qui c'est top 5 dans l'école loi taxe aux États-Unis. Et pas oublier que Pierre Philanthrope recevra Pinnacle Business Award de Miramar Pengu Pines Chamber of Commerce pour bon service communautaire. Et Pierre Philanthrope complété Designation of Fellow of the National Tax Practice Institute qui sont
Nous apprécions que vous êtes branchés, amis téléspectateurs, comme annoncé en début d'émission, pour journée aujourd'hui, programme différent des émissions précédentes, nous pas bien variété. Nous avons bien un invité qui prend le temps pour le capable de nous en pile détail concernant un livre que lui écrit qui porte le nom de Scammer. Il s'agit de Anna Pierre, que nous tous connaissons bien dans la communauté, qui fait succès avec musique Mettez sucre sous bonbon. On y va ensemble, c'est l'interview.
All right. Anna Pierre is well known in the Haitian community, more than 30 years in the community as a singer, performer, and she's also a producer of the International Father of the Year. 2 years ago, I was present when we had Ike Ogbona from Nigeria that was a special guest for that event. He was in Nigeria at the time because we had the coronavirus at the time. And before we could have Ike Ogbonna, Anna, it seems that you encounter somebody who was not necessarily Ike Ogbonna.
This is true. Maybe I should go into how I met Ike Ogbonna. Yes, in 2020, I met a gentleman from Nigeria. Let me give him his real name, a scammer from Nigeria who used the name of actor Ike Ogbonna and his pictures to scam people, okay? So I met this guy online, like I said, and he gave me everything to make me believe that he was who he said he was. He was using actor Ike Ogbonna's pictures, his name, and everything. And this gentleman also sent me informations I needed, convincing informations to let me know that he was who he said he was, actor Ike Ogbonna of Nigeria. For those of you who don't know, actor Ike Ogbonna is a very famous actor, and he's involved in a lot of community work. He has a foundation, he takes care of children, helps children goes to school, and he even, you know, I'm a nurse by profession. He's even into community health, community education. He specializes in giving cancer education. So, you know, I do the Father's Day event since 1991, and over the years we have evolved into global. Globally, we started out in 1991 locally because I realized that the fathers, even though they are important in the lives of their children, but they were not getting the dues, the honors they deserve. You know, I'm from Haiti originally, so the mothers, they get to be celebrated twice. The second Sunday of May and the last Sunday of May, which is our culture. We celebrate mothers the last Sunday of May. So when I realized that in 1991, after I put my first album out in 1989, so 2 years later, I started to do the Father's Day event. We even crowned a Father of the Year. Okay. But at the beginning, I used to do the event, just doing the event, and we do a tirage au sort, a drawing, so we crown a Father of the Year. But over the years, we have evolved, we established criteria. The association, the International Fathers Association established criteria. If you don't mind, I'm going to go over them real quick.
Definitely, everybody is curious about that.
The first criteria, you have to be a father, whether you have an adoptive father or a biologic father, you are a father. Number two, you need to be in the lives of your children. Number three, not only you are in the lives of your children, you are also helping other children in the community that you live. You are helping form, shape the cities, and the children are the future leaders. So you are helping shape them, even either by volunteer or you're doing some type of mentorship. Plus, the fourth one, you have no criminal background. Okay. When this gentleman approached me, this scammer, he gave me everything that actor Ogbonna is doing. And automatically, actor Ike Ogbonna was qualified to be honored, but because even though he's all the way in Nigeria, but we had before that honored people from other countries. Okay, so, but we had so much in common as far as our cultures are concerned. Culturally, this gentleman, he was it. Can I
Now,
say that?
now, what I want to find out, I don't know if you want to disclose, because I know you wrote a book about the whole story. Now, how did you find out that he was the scammer, and how did you get in touch with the real one? I don't know if you want to give us at least a peek so we could be more curious about the book.
Great questions. I'm going to go in it, but people would have to get the book to have all the details. Here's what happened, Whoopi. Like I just said, because of our culture, the similarities in our culture, me and this gentleman, our friendship evolved. It became a romantic relationship. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
To hide it. And this is what they do. He knew exactly, he read my profile, he knows I was a nurse, he knows that I was an artist, he even learned my song. When we're talking, I sing that song, Put Sugar on My Bonbon.
Wow. So it's a virtual relationship.
It's a virtual relationship, so we become, I would say, romantic.
More than friend.
More than friends. Okay.
Virtual romantic relationship.
Yes. And he was supposed to come visit me. Valentine's Day was coming. He was going to come. I mean, I felt so close. I was hooked. Can I use that word? I was hooked. Okay? And he knows exactly what to tell me, things that I had not heard for a while. And it didn't matter. He was far away. And I talked to my best friend. My friend told me that as long as, you feel it for him, the chemistry was there between the two of us. I'm telling you, the guy, this is a job they're doing. They know what to say, how to do it. This guy would ask me if you eat. He knows about my profession. He even read some of the books that I read. So to tell you. Okay? That's what. So he said when we communicating. So how did I find out that I was dealing with a scammer? It was thanks to my daughter. My daughter, those young girls, they are more into the internet and they know what's going on. I'm from the old school. I must say it. I'm from the old school. So my daughter, maybe by respect, because of the respect she has for me, she never told me that this guy I was having a relationship with, and I had to confide in my daughter because I was spending so much time on the phone, texting, always on the phone with him. So I had to tell my daughter what's going on because we're very close. My daughter, like I said, out of respect, she did not tell me exactly that the gentleman I was in love with was a scammer. In what she did, she talked to me about things, but I don't want to believe her. I did not want to believe. She even went as far as showing me and her together. We watched a movie of Tyler Perry where I think the movie is Grace, Fall from Grace, something like that. A movie, what the topic was, an older lady who was in love with a younger man, but the man did not love her. The man wanted her properties and her money. But before a long time, they were married. Only to find out later on that the man was after her properties. Okay, how did I caught my scammer? It was my daughter, thanks to her. One day, We were so close. Before he goes to sleep, sometimes I have to sing for him. I was singing to my lover.
Il mettait sucre sous bonbon.
Not Mede Suksou Bonbon. I was singing that song by Get Here. I forgot the name of the artist now. I was singing Get Here. I had to sing. Sometimes he would ask me to sing in French. I sing in French. But that day I was singing Get Here. Get Here. Telling him all the things he should do, how he can just get here because I'm dying to see him. Imagine while I'm singing to him, Get Here, and Get Here of Oleta by Oleta Adams. That's the name of the singer. I was singing that song. So as I'm singing, my daughter, I was in the family room, and my daughter was in the living room watching the real actor Ike Ogbonna online doing an Instagram show. You know, it was in plain pandemic, COVID-19. So he was doing things. He is like that. He does a lot of things to help his followers pass the stress brought on by the pandemic. Imagine I'm singing to my lover on the phone, and he's on the phone on television on Instagram doing a show.
Live.
My daughter, who was, I could say she did some great detective work. She was following actor Ike Ogbonna, the real one, on Instagram. So she saw it. She come to me, to the living room, to the family room where I was. She's trying to show me. But I feel that my prince was about to fall asleep. I didn't want to leave, to look at her phone. But finally, she realized the program was about to end, and she wanted me to see the evidence. Okay? So when I saw what I saw, I could not believe it. So I told him, the fake one, I saw what I saw. I thought I was in a dream. Trust me. I thought I was in a dream. So what I did, I told him that I had an emergency. I will call him back. So I hang up the phone. Of course, I cried. I was disappointed. I have to admit it. I cried. I talked to God. I mean, how could this happen to me? Wow. So after a while, I called him back. I called the scammer back, okay? I called him back and I told him, we exchanged words as if we were in a good relationship. So you're such a liar, it's not you. Of course, he was defensive. He was very defensive. He told me that it's me. What are you talking about? Pretend he doesn't know what I'm talking about, okay? So what I did, I cried, like I said. I kept talking to God, and I cried. I said, how this happened to me already? You know what I did? Immediately, I typed Ike Ogbonna on Instagram. I got him, and I started to follow him.
Real one. The
real one. I started to follow actor Ike Ogbonna online on Instagram. And then I made the determination that I would continue to follow him. I said two things. Either he thinks I'm some crazy woman, but of course I established who I was at the beginning. I DM him. I saw his email address where, if you need to book him, I use the email address, I send him an email, and I had so much information about him. I did not let that take me into a major depression. Okay? So I started to follow him. I follow him. I comment on his posts sometimes. And finally, one day, he answered. He said hi. So I keep on going, and I told him that No, I did not tell him what happened right away. I told him that we know you do a lot of community work. This is who I am. I am the founder of the International Fathers Association. We know you do a lot of community work, so the association wants to honor you as a father and for your community work, because this is what we do. I did not let that affect my purpose. I had a purpose, and I know the mission of the International Fathers Association is to honor fathers. That this is a father. I had the wrong father, but now I have the real one. Okay.
So now, I don't want to get into more details because I know the book is about to be already out. And I'm sure that everything that you're relating to us now is part of the book. Now, the question that I have, how is the relationship the real one?
The real one, there is no romantic relationship. We are friends. We communicated, and let me tell you what happened. In 2020, we were in full pandemic. As usual, we usually have a gala, an actual gala where people can come in. I know you were the host of the event in 2020, so we had to do a virtual presentation. So on the same day, I passed out on stage. I was so surprised to see the real actor Ike Ogbonna, number one. Number two, we had some problems at the club where we were having the event, okay? So I ended up doing so much also because it was pandemic. Some of our volunteers did not show up. So I ended up doing a lot of things that day. So I forgot to eat. And then I passed out. I had a hypoglycemic reaction. Okay. Then we had time to present actor Ike Ogbonna, the real one. So we presented him. Because of my medical emergency, they had to call 911. The ambulance had to come. You remember, you were there. Okay? So because of that, we had to finish the presentation at another venue next Sunday. We ended up crowning him at Casa Champette. But what's important, the public needs to know, it was because of my faith, my determination, my courage, and God, I would say God also gave me the courage. I was strong enough to continue the program, to start following the real Ike Ogbonna who ended up coming. Guess what? They voted him. He was voted Father of the Year. Remember that? Yes. He was voted Father of the Year. And then during the presentation, and I told him that because of the pandemic, this is why we're having a virtual presentation. Next year, if everything is okay, he can travel, would he come to the event? And he said yes. So we were friends. We communicated every time there was an opportunity. And then in 2021, in March of 2021, I sent him an invitation, and he was there. He came to the event.
Now, Anna, I know the book is out. I don't know if you want to tell us more about how many pages, how many chapters, and the price of the book. Where can we get the book? All this good information so people could actually get the book and know more about the story. Very interesting story.
The book is about 247 pages. This is the book. And they can find the book on Amazon. It's in print and digital. Digital. They can get it in digital and, like I said, print and digital. They also can get the book on my website, annapierre.com, or the Fathers Association website, International Fathers Association.org, Fathers with the S, annapierre.com, Amazon for the two editions, the virtual, the physical copy, and the digital version, annapierre.com and International Fathers Association.org. It's a very great book. I took my time to write it because, Whoopi, I don't want that awful experience that I went through for another sister to go through it. In the book, I make sure I tell them the do's and don'ts of friendship or romance, and what to do also in case somebody go to a rupture, to a breakup, what to do and how to recover from it, whether it is with a scammer online or with somebody you know. There are things you need to do, including some of the pictures when actor Ike Ogbonna was here. They are in the book. I mean, this is a great book. I want you to have it.
At this point, we're going to let you discover the book. Anna Pierre has gave us all the information where to find the book. It's available on digital. It's also available on print. And Anna Pierre, I don't know if you have a last word.
Last word, I want them to get the book. I want the audience to get the book. Like I said, it's on Amazon. It's on annapierre.com and internationalfightersassociation.org. And also, this year, we're going to have the celebration for the fathers, and it's going to be at the Miramar Cultural Center, like I said, on Father's Day, which is June 18th, okay? So the fathers are important. They need to be honored. Even though there are some fathers who are not in the lives of their children because of things they did not do, it's beyond their control. Let's say a father is in jail, they leave the children to be raised by the mothers alone. It's not their fault. But we have fathers who are doing enormous sacrifices to take care of their children. So we want to honor them. And I will see you. Not only you need to purchase the book, but I want to see you if you are in my area. It's going to be taking place at the Miramar Cultural Center. We usually honor 10 fathers, and one of them is voted by the public Father of the Year. And we will continue to do that, honor the fathers, respect them, give them the love they deserve. Okay? And thank you. Merci for the invitation, and I thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you for being here. My name is Jude de Onsre, Whoopi. Thank you for watching.
C'est sous notre sas, amis téléspectateurs, que nous avons fermé cette nouvelle édition de Roupi Culturel TV Show, avec l'espoir que nous dérivions sous, avec ça que nous avons porté dans l'émission journée jeudi. Nous avons cassé rendez-vous week-end prochain pour une autre édition. Ici Jude Onsre, non pas M. Roupi, bonne semaine.
Publicité, c'est le premier coup de guidon. Tout le business doit faire pour continuer à exister. Quitte c'est un business qui fait que l'ouvrir, quitte c'est un business qui a des pics dans le temps, quitte c'est un produit, un service ou bien un événement social, culturel, politique ou soirée dansante, confiez votre production et promotion à Roupi Production Television Network. Relais 954 729 2214 Jodia ou bien 973 517 6308 pour la promotion de vos activités. Roupi Production Television Network vient des émissions tous les jours sur différentes plateformes locales, nationales et internationales. Fait publicité pour business ou calaché. Tous les samedis soirs, 8h sur Télé Anacarona, Roger Chita, Bovine Gade, Roupi Culturel TV Show. Une émission capotée interview avec addition, rencontre avec des promoteurs, flash d'informations sur le coronavirus en Haïti et en diaspora, des moments spirituels pour nos capis bien vivre et tout ce qu'on connaît sur la culture haïtienne. Chaque samedi, 8h du soir sur Télé Anacarona, Roupi Culturel TV Show, côté information et promotion.